Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to Soul Shift Messages. If you're moving through a transition, awakening, or deep inner change, you're in the right place. Take a deep breath and let this message meet you where you are. Remember, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. Nothing good comes out of forcing things to fit, and you know your story best. Trust your discernment. If you're new here, please know I cuss. Once I get going and the messages start flowing, I can't be 100% sure what's going to come out. So if you stay, know that you've been warned. And if that doesn't work for you for any reason, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to leave and find a channeler more aligned with you. So before I jump into the message, the thumbnail that I used for this video is some roses that I bought myself yesterday. Been trying to find small ways to treat myself and also kind of romanticize life a little bit more. Been working really hard, so I've been trying to balance out all that kind of spiritual work with practicality and really things that, really simple things, if I'm being honest, simple things that bring me joy. And I just find having nice flowers on the table just really brings me joy. And so thought I'd just share a little bit of beauty with you all. Not that the logo for this channel isn't beautiful, because it absolutely is, but I don't know, just felt like switching it up a little bit. And if you don't know, I never really decide what flowers I'm gonna get. I usually have two stores that I go to, and whoever has the flowers that I like better, and frankly has the better price, is usually what I get. So I did not intend to buy red roses. If you notice in that picture, there's actually a pink candle behind it, so they kind of clash, but I don't care. But red roses actually symbolize love, deep affection, admiration. I'm hearing respect as well. And it's kind of funny because I'm just really pouring into me, really loving on me, and really, in a non-egoic way, I'm just really so into me right now. So I thought it was kind of funny how the flowers that I picked for this week just really seem to reflect that. Anywho, I am, this may seem random, but if you know the song, you know the song. And if you don't, just know I feel no need to justify my music choices. I like what I like, and you can save sainthood for someone who's interested, because I'm not. But I'm just so into me is actually a line from a song called Love Me by Damn D. If you're from Texas, you may know that song. If you're from Texas, you may not know that song. That's totally fine. But shout out to Sis. Shout out to Mocha Love Tarot for turning me on to that song. I have been playing that shit like crazy. So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And like I said, save your judgment. I ain't interested. I know all the words to it. I don't give a shit. All right, let's jump into this message. I am calling this one a message for those who feel like chaos has the upper hand. And the overall message is essentially a collective foundation audit is taking place at this time. Many people are currently examining the foundations of their lives. This can include your home and living environment, your relationships, your work and financial systems, your routines, and long-term commitments. There is a growing realization that some structures truly provide stability and support, while others have been maintained primarily out of obligation, fear, or outdated expectations. This period is really about discernment rather than destruction. I'm hearing the song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? So that may be significant for someone. You may actually find yourself asking that question. So the goal of this audit is to determine which parts of life genuinely support growth and well-being and which need to be transformed or released. And I am hearing that some things do genuinely need to be released. Again, you know your story best. And if I said something needs to be released and something came to mind, I heard bingo. And I'm hearing just do it. Okay. So let me break this down. Old structures are breaking because awareness is increasing. As self-awareness deepens, many of you are recognizing patterns that previously went unnoticed. These patterns can include unequal power dynamics, emotional self-sacrifice, rigid authority expectations, or even beliefs inherited from family or culture. As people begin to see these patterns clearly, systems that depended on them naturally begin to lose their stability. I heard say it again. As people begin to see these patterns clearly, systems that depended on them naturally begin to lose their stability. I'm hearing every peg counts. Every peg needs to fulfill their role or it becomes unstable. Just because you used to fulfill that role does not mean you need to continue. I'm hearing if it cost you your peace to uphold that system, it is too expensive. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing it has nothing to do with your wallet. I don't know why that's coming through, but that's for someone. What may initially appear as disruption is often a natural result of growing awareness. When individuals recognize dynamics that no longer align with their values, they can no longer maintain those systems in the same way. I've talked about this in multiple videos. Some of you are really getting to a point or you're at a point. I'm even hearing you're beyond a point for some of you where you can't unsee what you see now. All right, next section. The transformation is heart-centered. A significant part of the transformation occurring now is connected to emotional truth and authenticity. Many people are discovering their minds have often tried to maintain familiar patterns because they felt predictable or safe. However, the heart is increasingly pushing toward honesty, vulnerability, and authentic connection. Some of you are actually feeling there's a thing called the heart-brain coherence. You can look that up if you want to. There is information readily available about that, but some of you are literally fighting the heart-brain coherence, and it's fucking you up. And I'm hearing it's supposed to. You're trying to bring the heart and the mind into coherence. And some of you, your mind is actively fighting it because you're trying to stay in what's predictable, what is safe, what you already know. And I'm hearing you can lie to your mind, but you can't lie to your heart. And I'm hearing you're not going to find peace in that position. Again, if it costs you your peace, it costs too much. All right. This shift invites individuals to consider not only what seems logical or convenient, but what feels genuinely aligned with their inner truth. The process may involve difficult realizations, but it also creates space for deeper and more meaningful forms of connection. Some of you need to decide, are you going to be able to live with the superficial, knowing that it's not quite what you want? Or are you going to follow your heart, knowing that it will likely take you into unknown territory? I'm hearing if you take the leap, we will catch you. The support will be there. You have to leap first. You have to take action, though. Some of you are really being called to walk in faith. Some of you are being called to simply just have faith. Shit, some of you just need to act. They're like, we don't even give a shit about faith. Do something. You know, if you follow your heart and you do something, you will be supported. Also, some of you, if you're not familiar with your heart center opening up, some of you could be feeling a lot of movement near your heart. That's very common. Some of you may be waking up and like your chest is damp, or maybe you could feel like you have kind of like night sweats going on in your torso. That's common too. That is indicative of that. Some of you may have somatic releases going on in your chest as well. Those are all signs that your heart center is opening up. So just be aware of that. That is normal. I'm also hearing heart palpitations, temporary heart palpitations. If you're having consistent heart palpitations, call your doctor. And I'm not a doctor, so just to be very clear. But yeah, sometimes your heart may pick up for a little bit and then comes back down. Your heart is trying to reopen and rebalance. So it's a process. All right. Next section, attention between holding on and letting go. During times of transformation, it is common to experience a push-pull dynamic. So if you find yourself in that, that is common. I'm hearing don't panic. Part of the psyche may want to hold on to familiar structures because they offer a sense of stability. Another part recognizes growth requires releasing patterns that no longer serve the future. This tension can create feelings of uncertainty or discomfort. However, this discomfort is often a natural part of standing between one stage of life and the next. Okay. They said I've talked about that enough in other videos. Move on. Challenges are catalysts for growth. Situations that create tension or disagreement may currently be appearing more frequently. Although these experiences can feel uncomfortable, they often serve an important function. I'm hearing they're critical. These challenges can reveal hidden truths. I'm hearing reveal hidden motives. Some of you got people around you who you think are your friends or you think are in your corner, and they're not. And I know that's hard to hear, baby, because believe me, I've gotten that with people who I had very close to me. But listen, once people show you who they are, believe them the first time. So yes, these challenges can reveal hidden truths or hidden motives, encourage honest communication, motivate individuals to establish healthier boundaries. I'm hearing if you are getting angry or you are getting triggered, that is actually your indicator that your boundary or boundaries are being violated, and you need to put that boundary in place. It's not meant for you to stuff down the way you feel. Pay attention to your emotions. They are telling you where you have gaps and where shit needs to be addressed. I'm hearing no excuses. We are growing up. We are maturing. Either you can let people walk all over you and get angry, or you can put these boundaries in place and just say, I'm not listen, I used to tolerate that kind of treatment. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm not allowing that anymore. Sorry, they took me back to a moment in my life where I actually looked someone in the face and said, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to like that, but I know for certain it is not me. Yeah, people better be happy I went on this healing journey. I'm not afraid to bring that line out of retirement, but thankfully I don't really have to do that much. But yeah. Younger me was quite bold, quite in your face, and really not afraid. Which is funny because I'm actually a very small person in real life, but I can scare the shit out of grown men. All right. Rather than being purely negative, these experiences frequently act as catalysts that accelerate personal clarity and growth. Some of you really feel like your back is against the wall, like you're really in a corner. And it is being done intentionally. Your team wants you to take action, and I'm really hearing you're not intended to come out of this corner fighting everybody, swinging. I'm hearing spraying people with stray bullets. But you're really meant to understand what needs to be addressed. What do you need to put in place? What are you going to continue to tolerate versus what are you going to put a boundary in? Some of you really feel attacked, and it's because you're just babies, you're just not doing what the fuck you need to actually do. Guys, this has a pleading tone to it of please take action. You're not being punished. You're not being punished. I don't know who needs to hear that. It's not punishment. You need to take action. I'm hearing either you can live the rest of your life like this or you can start making small, sustainable changes. It's your decision. All right, next section. Emotional labor and people pleasing are being re-examined. Another important realization emerging for many people involves emotional labor. Some individuals are recognizing they've spent significant energy maintaining harmony at personal cost, supporting others without receiving equal support, suppressing their own needs to avoid conflict. This awareness marks a turning point. For a lot of you, is meant to be a point of no return. But again, that's a decision you have to make. People are increasingly shifting from keeping the peace at all costs toward honoring their own emotional truth and well-being. And even though this shift may temporarily disrupt certain relationships, it ultimately encourages healthier and more balanced connections. Again, if those connections are meant to move forward with you. And I'm hearing not all of them are. Some of you just need to accept certain shit is toxic as fuck and cut it off. Some of this toxic, some of you are wondering why you're just so exhausted all the time. And I'm just hearing you just got draining shit all around you. Some of you sleep with the enemy. Some of you are fucking the enemy. Some of you know this. Some of you, that shit's gonna be revealed to you. I'm hearing unhealthy dynamics, unhealthy systems are just gonna get harder and harder to ignore. Again, if you want to stay in them, if you want to maintain that peace, that is your decision. But if you want to get out of it, it's really about action at this point. I literally just heard, we don't even want to hear your words anymore. They don't even care about your intentions anymore. You got to show them. You got to act different. You got to make different decisions. You need to show your team that you mean business. I'm hearing talk is cheap. For some of you, they're sick of your words. I heard put that booty to work. All right, we're going to move on. A psychological awakening is unfolding. This journey often begins with unrecognized patterns and assumptions. All right, and over time, emotional exhaustion or frustration can prompt deeper reflection. Some of you need time to just be by yourself for that deeper reflection. Some of you really do need to hermit a little bit. Some of you need time to just be away from all other influences and genuinely sit in silence. Yeah, because once you get space from certain people, your clarity will come back. For some of you, the proximity of some of these people is clouding you. I'm just the messenger. Don't come for me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you come for me in my comments section, I will block you. I have no fucks to give about it. If you are dating someone and you find you are confused when you are around them, again, if you can do this, do it, but take space from that person. All right? Take a break from them. And I mean a complete break. I know everyone has needs, but don't even be intimate with this person. Take some time to be away from them. And this actually doesn't even feel like it's romantic. For some of you, it could be friends. For some of you, it could be family. Again, the need to hermit is going to be significant. Some of you are going to find you have more clarity when you're not around these people. And that is something you're genuinely supposed to pay attention to, right? Because the people, places, and things that are in alignment with you will feel good to you. They will be clear. It will not be confusing. If you are around people and you are confused and you are drained and you are not feeling very good, again, that is a sign of misalignment. But yeah, some of you, if you're spending a lot of time with the person you date and you feel like you wouldn't see clarity even if it smacked you in the forehead, take a break from that person and take that with a grain of salt, right? If you live with someone, it's different. Do what you can. But if you don't live with that person, take a break. Take a break, because some of you are going to realize it's not me, it's you. All right, moving on, because I don't like that energy. As reflection deepens, individuals begin to recognize conditioning, habits, and belief systems that have shaped their choices. Clarity finds you in the quiet. Eventually, this awareness leads to a stronger commitment to living according to your personal values. Your personal values and authentic principles. Some of you need to actually ask yourself, is that shit yours? Or is that programming or conditioning that others put into you? It's okay to change your mind. Change your mind. Change it again. All right. Transformation follows a natural cycle. The process of awakening often unfolds through recognizable stages. And it goes from attempting to maintain existing stability, noticing disruptions or inconsistencies, experiencing frustration or confusion, gaining insight and clarity, developing broader perspective and greater autonomy. Many people currently seem to be moving between frustration and realization, where discomfort begins to transform into understanding. A moment of moral choice is emerging. As awareness increases, you may encounter situations that require you to act according to your deepest values. For some of you, this is your back being up against a wall. Some of you feel like you're really in the corner. This is that. This can involve choices such as speaking truths that were previously avoided, refusing to participate in systems that feel harmful or dishonest, choosing compassion instead of resentment. These moments of decision can shape the direction of your personal growth and relationships moving forward. You can choose to repeat the same cycle, or you can choose differently and try something new. Again, we are past the point of you not being able to make a decision. Even at this point, not making a decision is a decision. And I'm hearing it will be honored. So that needs to be decided on an individual basis. All right, clarity is increasing. Situations that once felt confusing or ambiguous are becoming easier to understand. With greater clarity, individuals may feel compelled to make changes such as setting firmer boundaries, redirecting their life paths, releasing roles or relationships that no longer align with their values. As awareness grows, it becomes more difficult to ignore truths that were once hidden beneath routine or habit. The transformation begins internally. Although external changes may occur, the transformation currently taking place is primarily internal. It's rooted in shifts in perception, emotional awareness, and personal decision making. When inner perspectives change, external circumstances often follow naturally as individuals begin to live differently and make new choices. Relationships are likely to realign. Because emotional awareness is such a central part of this transformation, many changes may appear within relationships. All right, people may begin to redefine how they connect with others by establishing clearer boundaries, prioritizing mutual respect and reciprocity, seeking deeper authenticity in their interactions. Some relationships may strengthen through greater honesty, while others may gradually fade if they were built on imbalance. Again, they're telling me I've elaborated on that enough in previous videos, so I'm hearing you've already said what needs to be said. All right, I'm gonna take a quick water break. All right, compassion is an important guide. Approaching the process with patience, empathy, and forgiveness. Again, forgiveness while still maintaining boundaries. You can forgive people and not forget what happened, right? Your boundaries protect you. If people cross your boundaries, reassert them and be done with it. And if they keep violating them, you handle that how you see fit because you know your situation best. But forgive people while still maintaining your boundaries. All right, that helps ensure growth leads to wisdom and understanding rather than resentment. Your heart is trying to lead. If you are full of resentment, your heart cannot open. It cannot open, it cannot lead. And while you think that may be fulfilling, if your heart is not open, I'm telling you right now, you are not capable of receiving full love. You will receive the version of what you think is full love. It is not truly that. They're making that very clear. All right. Compassion allows you to acknowledge mistakes or past conditioning while still moving forward constructively. This is not about shame. This is not about blame. All right. A lot of times we don't know. We didn't know then what we know now. And some of you are going to be looking back at some of these people and realizing they just don't have the capability. They don't have the capacity to see events the way that you do. And that's why you need to have compassion. That's why you need to forgive. The forgiveness is for you to move forward without resentment. All right, some of you are gonna start recognizing where you dealt with narcissists. And I have dealt with 3 in my life so far. And I'm 3 for 3 on taking motherfuckers down. So I know this game well. And I got some battle wounds from that for fucking sure. But I learned a hell of a lot. Some of you may need to look up narcissists. There are, and I don't care if they've been diagnosed or not. Listen, if my team says they're a narcissist, I assure you, I don't need the doctor. They're a narcissist. That's how deep it goes over here. But some of you need to actually look up information about narcissists because there are certain things narcissists are not capable of doing. And understanding and how they view things. Some of you need to absolutely look that shit up. Some of you are just dealing with diabolical motherfuckers who know exactly what they're doing. And you know, to be honest, I've always joked. I took a class and I basically said, listen, the difference between a narcissist and an asshole is an asshole knows they're being an asshole. And you can trust an asshole to always be an asshole. Narcissists don't tend to realize they're being an asshole. So like there's not a lot different between the two. So if you're not sure if they're a narcissist or an asshole, my honest response is it don't matter. Get them the fuck out. Because either way, nothing good comes out of that shit. But that's my journey. You own yours. Do as you see fit. All right. Personal agency is central to the outcome. By practicing honest self-reflection, intentional decision-making, and emotional accountability, you can reclaim a stronger sense of personal power, autonomy, emotional sovereignty, and higher perspective. And I can tell you from personal experience, all of that is true. But it's only if you do that reflection, if you actually do that work, do those things come to you. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not even going to say I enjoyed it. All I can tell you is based on where I'm at in my journey, looking back on where I'm at now, knowing that I'm coming out on the other side of this, I can honestly say it was worth it, that it really was worth it. But again, that's my journey. That's my take on it. And you need to come to your own conclusion on your own time, in your own way. All right, so to wrap this up, the integrated message for the collective. So what's going on? The current period represents a deep process of internal restructuring. As awareness grows, many people are recognizing patterns involving obligation, control, and inherited expectations that once shaped their lives. This realization may initially create tension or instability, but it ultimately serves to reveal truths that were previously hidden. By acknowledging emotional labor, questioning outdated systems, and listening more closely to their inner truth, individuals can begin building lives based on authenticity, balance, and integrity. Through this awakening, the collective moves toward greater emotional clarity, healthier relationships, stronger boundaries, and a more conscious sense of personal power. I'm hearing this is the journey to come home to yourself, who you truly are. This transformation is not just about change, it's an evolution toward a more honest and aligned way of living. And this is your invitation to take that and do that if you so choose to. All right, they said close it out. So that is the message, babies. I'll leave it there for you. Until next time, take care of yourselves, beautiful beings. Bye.